Hello everyone. So today I will be presenting to you the code for our payment method. So first, we import some necessary classes. These are for creating graphical interfaces, handling borders, and managing user interactions. Next, we define an interface called payment method. An interface in Java defines a contract that classes can implement. In this case, any class that wants to be a payment method must provide an implementation for the process payment method. The process payment method takes a double representing the payment amount as input and returns a Boolean value. This Boolean would indicate whether the payment was successfully processed or not. Now let's look at our first concrete implementation of the payment method interface, the credit card class. So credit card implements payment method, declares that this class will adhere to the payment method contract. It has a private member variable card number to store the credit card number. The private keyword means this variable can only be accessed from within the credit card class. The constructor public credit card string card number takes a string representing the card number as input and initializes the card number member variable. So the at override indicates that we're overriding a method from the payment method interface. The process payment method in the credit card class simply checks if the length of the card number is equal to 16. So if the card number is 16 digits long, it returns true. Payment successful. Otherwise, it returns false. Next, we have another implementation of the payment method interface, the GCash class. So GCash is a popular mobile payment method in the Philippines. Similar to the credit card class, it has a private member variable, mobile number, to store the mobile number associated with the GCash account. So the constructor public GCash string mobile number takes a string representing the mobile number as input and initializes the mobile number member variable. The at override again indicates that we're overriding the process payment method from the payment method interface. The process payment method in the GCash class checks if the length of the mobile number is equal to 11. If the number is 11 digits long, it returns true or payment successful, otherwise it returns false. So, in summary, this code demonstrates a basic implementation of the payment method interface with two concrete classes, the credit card and GCash. So each class provides its own implementation of the process payment method with very basic validation logic. And that's all. Thank you.
So, mao ni siya ang sumpay sa code nga gi-explain ni Genevieve Medrano. So, public class payment system, ang purpose ana kay nag-create ka og class nga pangalan mao to siya, PaymentSystemGUI. Tapos, extend gframe, nag-inherit kag gframe para mahimong GUI window. Implements action listener para makagamit ka og button click events. Tapos ang GUI components declaration kanang private gradio button hantod sa private button group nag-declare ka og variables para sa imong GUI mo na siyang radio buttons, credit card or GCash, text fields, amount og details. Buttons kay mag-process og clear. Tapos ang button group para dili sila duha ma-check at the same time. Tapos ang imong constructor mao ni siya ang public payment system. Mao ni ang constructor nga motawag kung mag-create ka og new window. Dinhi gi-layout ang tanan part sa GUI. Si title mo ni siyang iset nimo ang title sa window, modern payment system, tapos giset ang size sa window 450 width times 400 height. Giset ang difficult. Kung i-close nimo ang window, mo stop ang program. Giset ang location, i-center ang window sa screen. Then giset layout, gamit kag border layout para na north, south, center, east, west areas. Tapos, ang G-funnel header, mo ni siyang nag-create kag custom G-funnel. Tapos, protected void paint component, mo ni siya ang gi-override nimo ang paint component para pwede ka mo drawing og radiant colors. Tapos, inside payment component, mo ni siya ang graphics 2D G2 hantod sa G2.file rake, mo ni siya ang yaon i-enhance ang drawing tool. Tapos sa Radiant Paint gamit para mag-create og color transition from blue to light blue. Then ang fill rig gipintalan niya ang whole panel gamit ang Radiant. Tapos ang purpose ani nila is para nindot ang header na ay Radiant effect. Then ang header set prepared size, giset ang height sa header 70 pixels. Tapos ang header.set layout new, ang sulod sa header title kay is-center. Then ang G label, mo na siya ang nag-create kag label nga naay emoji or text. Tapos ang title.set font, mo na siya ang giset nimo ang font bold size 22. Then ang titles.set ground, mo na siya ang giset ang text color white. Then ang header.add title, mo siyang gibutang ang title sa header panel. Then ang add header border layout north, mo ni siya ang gibutang header sa top north part sa window. And amo dito
We create a main panel that uses grid bag layout for flexible placement, set its dark background and padding, and add it to the center of the window. Then we create an backyard GPC so every component has a space around it and expands horizontally if needed. Then we put a style labeled in the first row to tell the user to choose a payment method. Then we create a small panel to hold the radio buttons and match its background to the main panel. Then we make two radio buttons, add them to the button group so only one can be selected. Put them on method panel and add the panel to the main layout. Once label is, we place a label that tells the user where to enter the payment amount. Then we add a style text field below the amount label where the user types the amount value. Then we add another label to instruct the user what detail or card number or mobile to enter. Then we add another text field for the user to enter the card number or mobile number placed under the detail label. Then lastly is we create the buttons for process payment and clear. Attach action listener to click trigger code and add them to the bottom panel and place the panel at the Windows south or bottom. Finally, we call the set visible so the whole GUI appears on the screen. And in this whole code is we build a main panel with grid bag layout and style it, then add a payment method label and a small radio button panel so the user can choose credit card or Gcash. Under that what we put labels and text fields for amount and detail. And finally we add a bottom panel with process and clear buttons that have action listeners so clicking them runs code. Then we show the window.
So here in the code is define a set of methods for styling common Java Swing UI components, text fields, levels, radio buttons, and buttons with a consistent look and feel. So style text field is amo siya mag-create a dark gray text field with a white border, white text, and specific size. Then in this styled label is amo siya mag-create a white label with a specific font. So nga ni sa styled radio is amo siya ang mag-create a white transparent radio button with a specific font. Then nga ni sa style button is amo siya mag-create ng light blue button with a white text, a bold font, no focus border, padding, and a darker blue background on the mouse hover. So in short, this method encapsulates the styling logic, making it easy to create consistently styled UI elements throughout the application, instead of repeating the styling code every time you create a button. For example, you can simplify call style button my button.
So this code defines two methods for creating styled GUI components. The first one is styled text field. It creates and styles a text field. It sets the size, background color, text color, and border. The second one is styled button string text. It also creates and styles a G button. It sets the text, background color, text color, font, border, and adds mouse hover effects. It also changes background color when the mouse enters and exits the button area. So the purpose of this code is to provide reusable methods for creating consistently styled text field and buttons in a Java Swing application. It promotes a uniform look and feel and reducing code duplication.
So this is our output and activity to payment system. So nga di is magpili da ka kung credit card ba ang imong i-select nga payment method or GCash. So for example, magbutang kita sa amount of 1,000 then phone number nimo or card number nimo. Kung imong gigamit is credit card, so credit cards number nimo, and kung GCash naman is mobile. So nga di kuha na dayon nato process payment, then payment successfully, and amo na dayon ni nga amo ang output sa amo ang activity 2. And that's all, ma'am. Thank you.